Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Tyler Talks Travel Trailers. I'm back with the 2025 Flagstaff Microlite. This thing is so new that you can't even find the specs on the manufacturer website. So this might be the first tour of this floor plan on YouTube. This is going to be the 25 DBH. This is a bunkhouse, but with a separated room. So usually in this length, they don't give you like a dividing wall for the main bedroom, but on this one they do. So if you're someone that's been looking for a bunkhouse that's under, like right at that 25-foot range, but still has a separated room, this is the one. It's very unique. It's different than any of the other bunkhouses that I've seen Flagstaff do. So like always, we're gonna do the specs first. It takes me 1 minute to do those specs, and then we'll dive inside. Let's go, guys. So the basic specs on this 2025 Flagstaff Microlite 25 DBH. Your unloaded vehicle weight is 5,501 pounds. Your cargo carrying capacity is 2,020 pounds, which brings your fully loaded weight to 7,521 pounds. Your width is 8 feet. Your exterior height is 10 feet 11 inches, including the AC. Your length is 25 feet 10 inches. Your freshwater tank is 54 gallons. Your gray water tank is 60 gallons. And your black tank is 30 gallons. Let's jump inside. All right, let's get into this thing. This is a bunkhouse, really unique, new, brand new floor plan. It's never been done before, and they brought it in yesterday for us, and I'm super excited to show it to you guys. Look how cool this floor plan is. 25 feet, 10 inches with an actual dividing wall to separate the room. Usually you don't get that in this length of trailer. This is probably the first, I think this is the only one they've made that's a Microlite with a dividing wall that has bunk beds. Your bunk beds are a little smaller, but they're not, they make them even smaller than this. So these are a good size. I'll lay in them for you. But right when you walk in, to the left is your kitchen area. So you got this really nice L-shaped countertop right here. And we'll check out these drawers right here first. So you got some drawers right there. I love the L-shaped countertop as well, and then they did the extension. I always like the extension just to give you a little added prep space. Pretty simple. These are all solid surface countertops, good quality. There's no T-molding on it. So sometimes in these, some companies will use T-molding, and then it being by the sink, obviously water gets in, and then that's when you start to see that rippling and bubbling because the water has gotten into the countertop and now it's separating. So good quality countertops. Check out this big farm style sink. Plenty big to do dishes. So obviously you got a family coming, and when you're done feeding the family, you want to make it as easy as possible to clean up, and sometimes they make these sinks so small you can't even put a plate in it. So I really like how Flagstaff gives you like a real sink, farm style sink, stainless steel. And then they give you these little covers right here to kind of added some added prep space. And then you got a metal faucet. Over here to my right, you got a good size oven. Check it out. Probably cook a turkey in that thing. You got the fancy lights. And then these do have the igniter, so you don't have to light it with a match or a lighter. You just fold this back. You got a really nice flush 3 top burner, and then that serves kind of as the backsplash right here. This is your knife holder right here. I always thought it was vents, but for the longest time, but no, that is your knife holder. You do have one window right here. Let's see. Oh, so you got one window right there. These windows open a little differently than other windows. So instead of opening sideways, you twist these and they open outwards. And this is nice because if you leave a window open while you're out hiking or, you know, seeing the town and it starts to rain, the water won't come in. It'll just flow right off the window. It is a one-piece glass, and you'll see it when we go outside. They look really good. It's a lot better than having the gasket around the window. Here in New Mexico, the sun is just brutal, and over time, that gasket starts to crack and get brittle. So you do have some drawers right here for your sponge and your utensils. And I do want to point out, these are all real wood cabinets. So you can see the wood grain in it. So Flagstaff does not paper wrap their front cabinets. Some companies, they paper wrap it, and literally after a year, they'll start to peel because of the heat. Again, we have brutal heat. It gets hot, and it just bakes these trailers. So having a real wood cabinetry is definitely going to help this trailer hold up a lot better. You got your standard microwave, Magic Chef, pretty standard. Magic Chef fan and light. To the right, we got the new style of fridge. I love these fridges. This is going to be a 12-volt fridge, and the reason I like them is because they are a lot deeper. You get a deeper fridge, and they cool so much faster. It's already cold, and I plugged this in maybe 10 minutes ago. So I love the 12-volt fridges. And then on this particular fridge, check it out. You can open it on both sides. Not sure why you would need to do that, but I think it's cool. Really cool. And then you have your freezer down below. And this thing is deep. Like, it's not a small freezer. It goes past my elbow. And then you have another tray right here. So dual swinging fridge, that's 12 volt. I'll kind of stay right here so you could pause it and see some of the features. I'm going to try to touch on all of them, but just so you could see that. Behind me is what I love about this floor plan, other than the dividing wall, which is amazing. You got a U-shaped dinette. And this one, sometimes people don't like U-shaped dinettes because they say you can't really use that side. But with Flagstaff, you can, because this is a standalone table. So you could actually move this forward. And then you definitely have enough space to fit people on the back side of it. Or, you know, if you have someone bigger in the family, you could push the table to the kid's side. You know, it's not fun when your gut is against the table. And a lot of times that is the case because they use the poles a lot of the time. So the poles that just stick in, this is so much better to be able to move that table around. And you can also turn this into a bed. And it's really easy. At the end, I'll put it down and I'll lay in it. That way you can see kind of the size of it. But you just basically fold this in half. It goes down to these tabs right here. And then you just put the cushions from the sides on top for your cushions, for your mattress. You got some drawers down here. And then you have another one on this side. But it's the same. I don't even know why I'm opening it, but pretty decent storage. Sorry guys, I'm not trying to move around too much. So great U-shaped dinette so that you can get around with the whole family, play your board games, things like that. Behind me is the TV, so it's positioned in a really great spot. It's not in an awkward position. Everyone can see the TV. On some trailers, they'll put the TV behind this person and then they can't see the TV, but I really like the positioning of this TV. And it is a smart TV. So it'll have all of your apps, Netflix, YouTube, and let's see how far this thing turns. See if I can get it. So it comes out pretty far. It comes out really far actually. So if someone's cooking in the kitchen, you could turn it to this side, or if the kids are in the bunks and they just want to watch TV, it tilts a lot. So pretty much anywhere you're at, you're going to be able to see the TV. Let's see if I can get it back in. This is a 12-volt TV as well, so it will run without being plugged into a generator, which is amazing. So as you can see, it's got the 12-volt plug right there. And then you do got another plug back there. And I can't... Alright, sorry about that guys, the random stopping. I just did a 30-minute tour and my microphone unplugged 7 minutes in. So right now I'm restarting the whole thing. That is brutal. So I need to make sure that doesn't happen again. So I was talking about the TV and then it cut off, and then I was going to show you this storage right here. So you got a little storage right here. Not a ton. It's not super deep, but you could put some stuff in there. And then you have this one down here. Oh man, I hope that never happens again. All right, so that's really your only pantry area and cabinet space other than those drawers. Being that it's a bunkhouse, you do lose a little more space. So like I always tell people, it's a give and take with travel trailers. So you do get a smaller bathroom, but you got bunks. I mean, if those were not there, then obviously you'd get more cabinet space and you'd get a bigger bathroom. So it really depends on what you're going to be using it for. So if you have younger kids and they're going to be with you for a while, the bunks is going to be much more important than a bigger bathroom. So it's really about what you're going to use it for. In this instance, bunks would probably be more important to you. So right now we're going to go into the bathroom area and then we'll do the bunks next. So really great size bathroom considering the bunks, like I said. So as always, we're going to check the wiping room. I encourage everyone else to do that as well, because the last thing you want to do is get a toilet and it's super uncomfortable to sit on. So let's sit on this so I can show you the space you got. So plenty of room for my legs, not bad at all. And if I turn you around, I got a decent amount of shoulder space as well. So it's not bad in that area. Definitely do this when you're out looking at trailers, just so you know and you're comfortable. So with the door shut, that's why they kind of tilted this toilet at an angle, which is great that they did that. So that way you get a little extra space right there. A lot of times they don't do that. You got a nice good sized sink with a little bit of counter space, not a crazy amount, and you got a plug right here. You got a medicine cabinet up here, and then some more storage below with easy access to your plumbing. Nice accented lighting. And then right here, you got another cabinet for all of your towels. That's a good size one. That is not bad. Plenty of room for towels for the whole family. We're gonna step into this shower so I can show you how much space we got. So I'm 5'7". If it looks like I'm dying, it's because I just did a 30-minute video and it wasn't recording my audio. So that's how much space I got, 5'7". It is not bad because of this skylight. So the skylight definitely gives you a lot more space. You know, I could definitely move around in this thing. It is a corner shower, so that definitely gives you a lot more elbow room to rinse off and do whatever you need to do. Nice solid door. That's a lot better than, you know, a shower curtain. This does have the shower miser. So if this is for dry campers, so if you're someone that likes to dry camp, this is great. All you got to do, so basically when you go to take a shower, you're waiting for your water to get hot and it's just going down the drain and it's not coming back. What this system does is all you have to do is flip this, and then it'll circulate the water through the lines, and this will change a color once it's hot. Then you just flip it back over and then it'll spit the water out. So really great way to conserve your water if you're someone that likes to dry camp. Overall, this is a great bathroom, like I said, considering the bunks that you get. Considering the bunks that you get, these bunks are a little bigger than the single bunks over here. So as you can see, they're a little bigger than the single bunks. So they're not super claustrophobic, and they're not too big where they take up a ton of space. Really great that they give you this curtain. You'd be surprised, a lot of times companies do not give you this curtain right here. So you got one on each bunk that will close up. You got USB ports and USB-C, as well as your own light. On this particular bunk, you got a window that will open, and there's plenty of vents for the AC to blow back here. This one has a door, and I'll show you that storage when we go outside. But underneath this entire bunk is storage. So now, to the main thing that I think is important about this floor plan is the dividing wall. If you're someone that does not like the Murphy bed floor plan, or you just want a fixed bed with a separated room, this one is going to be a very good contender when you're out looking at trailers. So as you can see, I just put the pocket doors out. Pocket doors are amazing. If you're someone that wants that added space, definitely try to get as many pocket doors as you can versus the swinging door. So you got two entrances on both sides. And check out this room. Tons of storage. You got a north-south bed, so it's going to be easy to get in and out of the bed. So if you look on this side, if you're someone that, you know, you don't want to be rolling over your partner to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, or if you're someone that gets up earlier, having that north-south bed is going to be huge for you. Not only is it better so you don't wake up your partner, but you also are able to make your bed much easier versus it facing this way. So just something to consider. If that's important to you, put it on your list. Really great storage up here. And this is deep. I cannot reach the back of that. So you got plenty of storage in this bedroom for all of your clothes. You got this one right here. And then a drawer down here. You have some cubbies back here and charging ports. So you got USB, USB-C, and then the plug right there. And so you could charge your phones and you have a nice little place to put it. These plugs are really cool because there's an 1800 watt inverter on this trailer, and some of these plugs are tied into it, so that plug will actually run without being plugged into a generator or shore power. So not only does it have an 1800 watt inverter, it also has a 200 watt solar panel on the roof. So if you need to charge your phone real quick, you could just plug into that nice and easy. You got one window on this side, and then your emergency exit will be on that side. So one thing I noticed is this shelf right here. So a lot of people need a CPAP machine when they sleep, and you got plugs, plenty of plugs on both sides. So if you're someone that has a CPAP machine, this will definitely help you out a little bit, a little more convenient to have that kind of that area to put it. I'm not sure how big they are, but I'd imagine it'd fit right there just fine. It does have the front windshield. So I love the front windshield. Some people get concerned that it could crack. Do not worry. They make aftermarket covers that you can buy where they just stick magnetically to the front of the window. So if you have the opportunity to get the window, definitely get it. You do have some storage down here. So you got a drawer right here, and then you have this exact drawer on the other side. And then you do have storage under here as well. So one thing I want to point out is this aluminum framing. So this is not what every company does. So Flagstaff aluminum frames underneath the dinette and all the beds. So usually this would be wood. And you got to imagine when you're putting this stress on the bed or the dinette over time, I have had people crack their dinette, reaching over to pull their blind down. With this, you will not have to worry about it. And when you go look around, definitely ask if it's 6-sided aluminum framed, because if they say it's not, then it's going to be wood and aluminum mixed. I personally, if I was getting aluminum framed, I'd want it 6-sided because that's what I would envision. Sometimes they'll just put a sticker on the outside that says aluminum frame, but it's not 6-sided. So just something to think about. You got plenty of vents in here, and these do open and close. So if you're concerned about the one AC, don't be. It's plenty big. It's the biggest AC you can get, and you can close the ones off in this area if you wanted to push the air to the bedroom. So overall, this is a really great floor plan because of this dividing wall. Some people do not like the dividing wall because it makes the room feel small, but this one is not bad at all. And it gives you an area to put your TV. So there's a backer board right there where you could just mount your TV. Not bad. And that is a true queen. It's not an RV queen. So if you wanted to switch out the mattress, you could do that no problem. So, what do you guys think? On my previous video that I just did that didn't record, I put the slide in, and it does touch to right here. So travel mode, if that's important to you, you can get through it if you just put out the slide a little bit, so it's not a big deal. But if you're someone that wants super easy access to the bathroom or the fridge, this one you'll have to do one extra step and put the slide out just a little bit. I will show you this bed real quick. I did it on the last one, but I don't want to skip it again because I wanted to show you guys. Like I said, I am hot right now, so let's get through this. So this might be the way you would want to travel with your trailer in anyway. So all you got to do is push this out, and then this comes down. And then there's Velcro underneath the table that it'll just stick on. And then you get these cushions. And then this one. And like I said, I'm 5'7", and that is plenty of room. And you could even move these off if you wanted to as well. So pretty simple way. If the kids have friends that want to come along, you have a great spot to accommodate them. And then before we go outside, I'll show you the control panel. And I'm just going to put the slide in real quick because I'd rather show you than just tell you instead of skipping steps. So if we put this in, you always want to make sure this is out of the way first. That could have been bad. If you don't, that ladder will be crushed. So we'll put this in real quick just so you can see, even though I told you kind of what it'll look like. So travel mode is sometimes important to people. You know, if you want to stop off to make a sandwich, or you got groceries and you need to get to the fridge, or if you're going to, if you need to go to the restroom, it wouldn't be a big deal to me because all you have to do is put the slide out like that much, which isn't a lot at all, and you could easily get by. But when it's in all the way, this is what it looks like. This definitely would not be a deal breaker for me, but I know you guys ask me to do this every time. But see, so you would just need to put it out just a tad bit, and then you can get by super easy. So right here is your control panel. So this is where your lights are, your awning, your water pump. All you do is push a button and it'll do its thing. You don't need to light anything. This does have tank heaters right there. So if you're someone that likes to camp in the wintertime, that is a huge feature. They go on automatically and off automatically depending on the temperature. And I like this method a lot more because it works off the batteries. And you're probably thinking, well, it's just going to drain my batteries. Because this has solar and an inverter, it's going to constantly keep your batteries recharged. So this is my favorite method versus the ducted, the heated underbelly, because then you're just wasting a lot of propane when you're not sitting in the trailer. Whereas this, you could just push a button and it'll go on and off on its own. So overall, really great floor plan. What do you guys think? I love it. So like I said, brand new floor plan. This is probably the first one in New Mexico. We'll go outside real quick and I'll show you some of the features out there. I hope it's recording right now. You got a screen door. So starting at the front, you got an electric tongue jack. You got the 30-pound propane tanks. You got dual battery box and the battery disconnect. So when you're ready to store it, all you do is just turn those batteries off. This does have electric stabilizers. It's really cool that they're doing that now. They used to only put that on like the super lights, but now they do it on the Microlite. Tons of storage in here. Look at all that aluminum framing. Amazing pass-through storage with lights on both sides so you can see what you're doing at night. And then the luggage latch, the slam latch, really great versus the twisting ones. As I told you, inside these are frameless windows with nice one-piece glass. And then if we look at these steps, these are solid steps. These are a little different than the ones you see out there. This one has the gas strut on it. So if you lift it, it actually holds itself up. So really great safety feature. You know, last thing you want to do is drop the stairs on the kid or the dog. That would not be a good way to start your trip. 6-gallon water heater. Okay, I'm gonna go into some amazing safety features on this thing right now. So for one, it comes with a Goodyear endurance tire, so a really good quality tire right off the lot. It has the TST monitoring system, so there's a sensor around the rim and then you'll get a monitor in your vehicle. And it'll basically alert you if your tires are getting low or if they're getting hot. Really great tool. And then what else I love about Flagstaff is if you look underneath, it actually has torsion axles instead of leaf spring. So these are gonna actually flex a little more. Not only is it gonna be a safer, smoother ride, but you gotta imagine if you go and hit a pothole, all of that shock is being absorbed and transferred into the frame of the trailer. So having that flex is definitely gonna absorb that shock a lot more. It does have the balancing beads in the tire. So this is new to 2025s. It increases tire life, reduces maintenance costs, dynamic balancing, and a smoother ride. And then the last thing is this has never adjust brakes. So I didn't know this for a long time. You're supposed to adjust your brakes after a certain amount of miles. With these, you don't have to do that at all. So it supposedly increases stopping by up to 50%. So those features right there, if you're really looking for safety, you got the Goodyear Endurance tire, you got the never adjust brakes, you got the balancing beads, the TST monitoring system, and the torsion axle. So huge safety features just in that one area. You do get a griddle, like a little cooktop. It just hooks on right here, and then it'll tie into the propane line right there. You got hot and cold water with the sprayer. I wanted to tell you guys the size of the awning, but when I looked up the specs, they're seriously not even on the manufacturer website. So when I get that, I'll put it in the description. But you do have the LED lights across. You have the outside speakers that are Bluetooth, so inside and outside speakers. You got a little area, or like a mount to put your TV on out here. And then you got your plugs down here. Coax cable. If we come to the back, your utilities will all be right here. So when you're camping at a campground, you got your city water, you got your black tank flush to clean out your black tank. There's jets in the tank that will flush it for you. All you have to do is hook your water hose up to right here. And then this is where you winterize it too. Super easy way to winterize your trailer. You got a receiver on the back. This will hold 300 pounds. So if you're someone that has electric bikes, those are a little heavier. So this is a nice way to tow those with you. Just be careful, you don't want to leave that expensive bike out, especially here in New Mexico. This is one of those features that I love about this floor plan. So all of this extra storage underneath the bunk you are getting. Check that out. Really great storage. Whoa. And also, usually I like to show people, but they covered it. This is all aluminum framed in the bunks too. So like I said, these will hold 300 pounds. Hold most kids. You got your drains right here, so nice and high. You won't scrape them. Black and gray is right there. This is your one slide out. And then right here is your storage underneath the dinette, and this is also an amazing example of the aluminum framing. So all of this underneath is aluminum framed, versus it usually being wood with other companies. So when you're out looking around at trailers, definitely open the storages, look under the bed, and you will be able to tell what kind of job they're doing in the places that you can't see. That's what you want to see. This is where your potable water is right here. So when you're dry camping, you fill it up, and then once it starts bubbling out right there, you'll know you're full. Overall, really great storage in this thing. Can't complain at all. The storage on the outside is fantastic. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that tour. That was pretty brutal for me. I basically did the tour twice, like an hour of talking, so I am exhausted. But I hope I answered all your questions. The second time I had to do it, I might have missed some stuff. So if you have any questions at all on this floor plan, just leave some comments below. I am more than happy to answer as many questions as you have. Like I said, I work at Albuquerque RV, so if you call in or ask for me, I'll definitely take really good care of you. If you're new to the channel, definitely check out some of my other like Flagstaff tours, Catalina tours. I kind of pepper in different features and how they're constructed, because if I did it all in one video, it would be like a 2-hour long video. So I did leave out some stuff, like the way these are constructed, just because it would be too long. So definitely check out some of my other videos just to kind of get some more info on the construction and other features that they offer. If you're new to the channel, I do a new tour every single day, so definitely stick around. And like always, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.